Welcome back to Soon 73 Tai Chi. Our next lesson is something you already know. It's brush knee again, but this time we go to our right, to our 3 o'clock, instead of our left, our 9 o'clock. I know I look backwards in the camera. That's why I have to turn around and run from the beginning with you to make sure that you feel comfortable with what you already have. As you know, we begin here facing our 12 o'clock in a monkey stance. Relax every muscle and just tune in with your body for a few natural, relaxed breaths in and out the nose. I say natural because we don't want to do any heavy breath work. We're just noticing breathing. And then we begin moving from Wu Ji into Tai Chi. As we do, we recognize our posture. And when we start to take our first steps, we become extremely aware of floating the foot down, keeping our head over the tailbone so that we maintain good posture as we move into leisurely tying coat to the right. Try to relax all the muscles to the point that the joints feel open. Aligning the left heel with the right, we pivot back to 12 o'clock for open, breathing in, close, breathing out. We should continue to breathe as we step lightly to 12 o'clock for single whip left. The palms are open in an uprooting push. The waist turning brings the right hand around and then draws it under the belly button as we begin our lifting hands. When both hands are at the shoulders, we touch the heel, shift weight, and move into white crane, cools wings, followed immediately by another conscious breath in and out in open and close. Brush knee left, empty the left foot, open the left leg, step down on the heel towards 9 o'clock, brush knee with a tiny follow step. Step back, both palms in. As we play the loop, we lift the left toes, facing 10:30, facing 9, we touch the toes. And then we turn the hands and foot, shift weight, extending the right hand from underneath, step, bring the left hand underneath, shift weight and extend the left hand in front. Left foot steps as both hands move into open fists. We gently punch over the left forearm and step into it. Open the fists and move back to block and close. Raising the toes facing 9:30. Touching the toes facing 9, touching the heel. Embrace tiger and push mountain, aligning the right heel with the left so left foot can pivot back to face 12 o'clock for a conscious breath in and out in our open and close. The next move is the lesson today. It's brush knee to the right. Let's go ahead and do it. So empty the right foot, open the left hand, touch the toe, hands separate further, touch the heel, right hand below the navel, shift the weight, and step in facing 3 o'clock. From here, we'll just go ahead and close. You've got that, right? So it may seem like a really simple thing to go from doing the brush knee left, which you're already familiar with, to the brush knee right, but it's making your brain do exact opposite. Really good for brain health and brain symmetry. So let's go over it, just the stepping. If we're facing our 12 and our brush knee right is going to 3, first we empty the right foot, standing on the left foot. Then we open the right leg by touching the toe, opening the knee a little towards 3. And then we put the heel down lightly with no weight. The toe rolls flat facing 3 o'clock. As we shift our weight, we turn our waist, and then the left foot comes in on the ball of the foot. So here, my shoulders, my hips are lined up to 3 o'clock to the side. Let's do that again. So a couple more times, just the steps. So for brush knee right, stand on the left, open the right leg on the toe, touch the heel in a bow stance, roll the foot flat, shift weight, barely a follow step as we turn the body to face 3 o'clock. And again, then I'll turn and face you so you can see all the angles. So from here, for brush knee right, stand on the left, open the right leg in a cat stance or empty stance, touch the heel for a bow stance, roll the foot flat, shift weight, barely step in. Don't bring that follow step really close. We want to maintain a little bit of distance. So if this is my 12 o'clock, so that I can step towards you so you can see it, I stand on my left leg, I open my right toe, opening my right leg, then I push my right heel down with space between my feet in a bow stance, then shift the weight, turn to 3 o'clock, barely a follow step, just touching the ball of the foot. So that you can see when we're facing 3, the shoulders, the hips, everything is squared up to 3 o'clock, and we have some space between our feet. Let's bring in the hands. So facing this direction, we start by shifting the weight left, opening the left hand. Then when we touch the toe, the right hand separates further. As the heel comes down, the right hand's below the navel. Then we brush over the knee and do the follow. So from the front, it'll look like this. The left hand opens as we shift weight. The hands separate further, opening the toe. Then the heel comes down, the hand is below the navel and comes around the body so that it's outside the leg at the end. So at the end, we're in this position. The right hand is outside the hip, palm down, fingers forward. The left hand in front of the shoulders, fingers up with elbow down. This is the position, right? Let's go over it a couple more times with the hands and then bring it into the form. So from our open and close facing 12, we stand on the left foot, open the left hand, hands separate further, little cat stance, look to 3, step down, right hand below the navel at lower dantian, turn the waist, and follow step. If you're someone who likes to do the numbers, let's do the numbers and do a count. So it should have more flow than this, but to give you a better idea, it would be 1, shift weight, open hand. 2, cat stance, hands separate further. 3, right hand below lower dantian, step down on heel. 4, brush knee, follow step. So there'd be 4 steps in the brush knee to the right. Let's do it with a little more flow, one more time together. So facing 12, we start brush knee to the right, emptying the right foot, opening the left hand. Hands separate further as we touch the toe, look to 3. Right hand below the navel as the heel touches down, right toe to 3, barely a follow step. And that's where we end our brush knee to the right. One more time and then we'll put it into the form. So we'll begin. Weight on left, open left hand. Hands separate further, right cat stance. Touch the right heel, right hand below the navel. Shift weight and turn, follow step, kind of pushes the hand out further. What do you think? Is it kind of the same as to the other side? It's exactly the same. but it makes a difference in the body because few of our bodies are symmetrical. So when we do the same thing to the right and the left, it creates better symmetry, not just in the body, but also in how the brain functions. Since that's a lesson you kind of already know, I'm not going to belabor it. Let's go ahead and put it together with the rest of the form that we already know. Starting here at the beginning, let me step back a little so we have more room. Relax and take a few slow breaths. One of the principles, which we will slowly cover through this whole series, one of the principles of Tai Chi is to keep the head upright and the chest open by lifting the heart with the arms at the side. So that basically means we should feel tall and with good posture through our entire form. And we set that up right here in stillness and awareness of being in Wuji. And then we move into Tai Chi. Shift the weight off the right foot to turn the toes. Then center the weight facing 1030. The hands rise. Like we've been given a gift of Qi, we draw it in willingly to the lower Dantian. We step out lightly on the left heel towards 1030. We shift weight. The hands are at the chest as they extend with a very small follow step. Here the right toes face about 130. Right palm is up. Left toes are up. And come with us as we turn the waist. When we can't turn any farther, we shift weight to the left foot and let the right toes come with us until we're facing 3 o'clock, where we step and give a supported push, aligning the left heel and the right, turning back to the front for a conscious breath in and out in open and close. Single whip left. Standing on the right foot, left foot, tiny step to 12. Once the foot is flat, open the palms and push forward. Without leaning, we turn the waist to open the right hand. We turn the waist to point the fingers down in front of the navel. Toe touches, hands rise, and then the heel touches. We roll the foot flat and white crane flashes wings. We center weight. Here the hands are the width of the head. Then we open them to the width of the shoulders. We close them to the width of the head. Brush knee left. Stand on right foot, open right hand. Cat stance, hands separate. Heel down, right, left hand below dantian. Brush knee with a tiny follow step. To play the lute, turn both palms in. Shift the weight back, raising the left toes. Left hand extends. Touch the toes facing 9. Intercept and deflect down, parry and punch. The right hand comes up from underneath. Then the left hand comes under as we step lightly, toes to 1030, shift weight, left hand extends, both hands make fists, right fist punches over left forearm, tiny follow step pushes it over, open hands, appearing to block and close, we raise the left toes, we touch them, and then we step into carry tiger, push mountain, aligning the right heel with the left. Left heel pivots so that we're facing 12 again as we consciously breathe in and out and open and close. Brush knee right. Open the left hand, standing on the left foot. Cat stance, hands separate further. Touch the heel, right hand below the navel, turn to 3 o'clock, barely a follow step. From there, just go ahead and lower the hands and close the form. Good job, you got it. Sometimes I like to practice going from the brush knee right into the brush knee left. In fact, If it won't confuse you, you can do that with me now. If you think it will confuse you, then don't do it, because I'm not going to do the form. All I'm going to do is go from brush knee left into brush knee right to practice the symmetry. So from here, in our open close, for brush knee left, we stand on the right foot, open the right hand, cat stance, hands separate further, left heel steps to 9, left hand below the navel, brush knee, half step in, plant the right heel, bring the hands back up as we turn to 12 to take a conscious breath in, open and close. Let's create the symmetry with brush knee right. Stand on the left, open the left hand, hands separate further, cat stance, right heel to 3, right hand below navel, turn to 3 o'clock, brush knee to the right. And then I'm going to bring myself back to 12 o'clock to go ahead and close. Going back and forth like that between the two of them can help to create a really strong foundation, that those two movements are exactly the same, mirror image of each other. But don't do it if it confuses you. Just go back to the part of the video where you run through the whole thing and include the brush knee. Next movement is pretty complex. It's leisurely Tai Chi to the right, but this time we do the entire movement. In the beginning of the form, we only do a little tiny piece of the leisurely Tai Chi, all this stuff. Now the next movement is gonna be quite a bit more involved. So make sure you feel real comfortable going into the brush knee to the right before you come back to the next video. And when you do, I'll be ready and meet you there.